Hello everyone, Jai Hind and welcome to the platform of StudyIQ IAS in English. My name is Bhanwar Singh from MX India 115th course and I welcome you on the platform. And this is the first time that you will see in the civil services in 2026 that there is a complete reform that had been initiated by the UPSC, and there will be release of the immediate provisional answer keys, and even there will be a new representation process that will be there, and that is what we'll be talking about in this complete video and in live session. So over here, it is very important to note that this was a demand of the aspirants from a long period, and that was to release the provisional answer key after the examination had been conducted. Alright, now what used to happen earlier was that there was a standard that the candidates, they used to await for the final result, and even after the final result, was declared of the civil services, that usually takes nearly about 1 year. So only after the declaration of the final result, what used to happen was that the result or the answer key of the UPSC prelims that was released by the UPSC. But now this is the landmark shift that we will see in the UPSC prelims 2026, where the UPSC will release the provisional answer key just after the test had been conducted. And ultimately this is very important for those people who will be giving the prelims for 2026. So again, this is a very important and major shift that we have seen in the UPSC pattern. Now there is very important because this complete changes the system that we are seeing in the UPSC, because ultimately this will demonstrate a commitment to the open evaluation network and the framework, and ultimately it will lead to more transparency as well as accountability when it comes to the civil services examination. Also, this will give the candidate the structured voice in the evaluation as well, because there will be a participative process, and I will let you know what this participative process will be. And ultimately, this will also strengthen the trust in the complete examination system of the UPSC examination. That will boost the candidates' confidence as well. And it will uphold the integrity and the merit-based framework of the civil services, and thereby it will lead to the examination sanctity as well. Now, when it comes to the release of the answer key, that will be on 24th May itself. Just soon after the test, the provisional answer key, it will be released by the UPSC. This is the day when your UPSC prelims examination will be conducted, and there will be a window. Please remember that the deadline is 31st May 2026, and this answer key will be available till 6 p.m. And ultimately, when it comes to the 6 p.m. of 31st May, this is the time period where you can file for the representation if there is any doubt about any of the answer that is there in the answer key itself. Now, there is a dedicated digital gateway that had been, framed because of or for the complete representation that could be there, and this is online question paper representation portal or QP rep portal, and it could be, you can navigate it only after logging into the UPSC website, that is upsconline.nic.in/login, and thereby you will see that there is the QP rep that is there through which you can file for the representation. Now, if there is any doubt about any answer that is there in your prelims examination and the provisional key that had been released by the UPSC, you have to file the representation through the QP rep system, and over here you have to clearly indicate that what will be the correct answer as per the candidate's understanding of that particular question. Now, you have to give the brief description as well, that why you think that that is the correct answer when it comes to the question, and it has to be concise, logical, completely explaining why you are defending that that particular answer should be the right answer. There should be 3 authentic sources that you should support along with the evidence that you are giving, and these should be the authoritative text that should be there. And then this will be considered as a valid representation, and you can file this valid representation only till 6 p.m. 31st May. Please remember this, that is the timeline while you can represent your answers that are there. And then ultimately there will be the expert review that will be there. Alright, there will be the reviews that will be recorded. The experts, they will record the considered reviews regarding the correctness of the key of the concerned questions that will be there. There will be meticulous examination by the UPSC. The experts, they will assess the brief description and verify the authentic sources that you have included along with the explanation that you have sent to the UPSC, and then the representation will be placed before the teams possessing the specific domain knowledge and the subject expertise. So there will be a subject expert that will be designed, and then there will be finalization of the final answer key by the UPSC, and that will be the process that we'll be seeing this time in the UPSC itself. So this is the new standard of the civil services. This will empower the candidates, and ultimately it will replace the uncertainty with the immediate transparency, where the answer key will be released just after the examination. All right, and it will enable early assessment and even guarantees a structured window where you can challenge the discrepancies with the verified evidences that you can send directly to the UPSC. And it will also transform the evaluation into a participative process which will enforce or reinforce the Commission's merit-based framework through the rigorous and documented expert review system as well, if there is any discrepancy about any of the answer that is there in the prelims examination. So this is a very good news for those who are appearing for the UPSC 2026, and ultimately this is the first time that the long awaited, the demand of the aspirants, that is the UPSC should release the answer key immediately after the examination or after the conduct of the prelims examination. It had been heard by the UPSC, and you will be seeing the authenticated answer key just after the examination. All right. At the same time, we will also be conducting the complete and thorough analysis on our channels as well. All right. So if there is any discrepancies, we will bring it into your notice as well. So that would be all. But at the same time, if you are preparing for UPSC 2027 or you are preparing for UPSC 2028, so then you can enroll into the courses on the platform of StudyIQ IAS, and ultimately you can enroll into the platform. And for the foundation batch, we have the resolution batch for the English medium, and you can use the code BRS Live for the enrollment into the course. And also when it comes to the the code, this is very important because this will give you, or it will fetch you, the maximum discount over all the UPSC courses which are there on the platform of the StudyIQ. All right. At the same time, when it comes to the public administration optional, so we have the public administration optional where I'm taking the classes. You can enroll into this as well. The classes, it is ending, or the batch enrollment, it is ending on 31st of May. So you can enroll before that, and again you can use the same code, that is BRS Live, for enrolling into public administration optional batch for UPSC 2027 or for 2028. All right, so that would be all, and I am very hopeful that there will be further reforms that will smooth and streamline the process of the enrollment and the process of the recruitment into the UPSC examinations. Thank you, bye-bye, take care, and Jai Hind. Do not forget to like, share as well as subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss any of the updates in the future. Thank you and Jai Hind.